let me just move this over out of the way. Give myself some room for rolling. We've already picked our cards. We already know how to play. And you should have 6 dice.
Yes.
Alright. Oh, let's put the pig up where it can be seen. Is that going to be in your way?
No.
We'll just move the bag. We don't need the bag on screen. It's invisible anyway. There, pigs are right over our names, except for Aaron's. His is almost over his name. Nope, if you move it to your left, it'll go right over your name. Your left. A little further. A little more. A little more. Down. Slightly more. Maybe another inch or 2. There. That's kind of sad that our pigs are named by us, but it's funny at the same time. So, for those of you who have never played this, first of all, disclaimer, we are probably going to mess this up. We always mess up games. We've played this game a couple times, so hopefully we don't mess up the rules, but I will not rule it out. I won't rule it out on any game we play. If we play checkers, we'll probably get it wrong. So just putting that out there for those of you watching, because that's, sorry, we just aren't always good at games. We just play them because we love them.
Yep.
I'm just going to lower the brightness just a little bit because this thing, the turn order track, is glowing in the dark. Let's see.
It's the light in the dark.
I don't want to darken it too much though. Wow, that is just going to shine like the dickens. You can sort of see the numbers. Maybe I'll lower this a little bit. That might help. It helped not at all. Nope. It's just too darn bright because it's right underneath the daylight lamp. So, but this is the turn order track.
How do you earn money? That's what I need to know.
Huh?
How do you earn the
People on your ride.
Yeah, people on your ride. You calculate it. All right, we'll real quick go over the rules.
Yep.
Just to make sure that we don't mess it. We're gonna mess it up. So, but basically, this game, for those of you who've never played, is theme park. We're gonna build essentially amusement parks that never close, so that robots can ride them.
Which makes no sense.
I know. 24-hour theme parks for robots. We're gonna have some amusement park rides that, unfortunately, I'm sorry, but because it's overhead view, you guys are only going to be able to see the people on the rides. You won't be able to see the rides themselves, but we could show off like what we're buying and say what it is as we buy them. But we're going to create amusement parks and hopefully make enough money and not have a filthy, dirty park because robots do apparently throw up oil and whatnot. So that's the thing. We have a bag of potential. It's going to be invisible forever. It's just a black bag. Does nobody make red bags or anything for games like this? I should have picked a red game board, yoga mat for our game board, but we have a black bag that will be invisible, so stuff will seem to come out of thin air. And right now it has one of each color of potential robots in the bag. So the bag, just to let you guys know, those of you who are going to be keeping track as we will be keeping track as we draw, there is one of each color. There are multiple colors, one of which is invisible because it's black, but there are black dark ninja robots that are right now invisible that may or may not want to ride. Ninjas have one too. And then we've got purple, red, pink,
It's in the code.
green. There's one of each of these colors in the bag right now. So we start with one, and that's the base. That will not always be in there though, because we'll be drawing robots out of the bag, so it's possible you could have a robot, a color that's not represented at all in the bag initially. So we start the game each time with roll phases. We're going to roll these dice as many times as we feel like it initially. You're going to keep on rolling, and as you get symbols, and I'll talk about the symbols in a second, but as you get symbols that you want, you're going to put it on a pig. It's called locking it on the pig. Once it's on the pig, it cannot be removed until the action phase. You can't accidentally roll your dice onto the pigs and knock the ones off you don't want. That's cheating. They actually have a rule in here that is hilarious, specifically about that. Boring and obvious rules. When you move a die from the table on the pig board, you can't change its face. If it flips by accident or you inadvertently change one of the dice already on the pig board, you can't turn it back to its original face. As a matter of fact, once a die is placed on the pig board, it can't be touched again until the action phase. If you quote-unquote inadvertently change the result, quote-unquote by accident on purpose, please know that you're a bad person and we pity you and you're a despicable game spirit churning cheater, ruining cheater, which I think is hilarious. They have that. But essentially, we're going to roll these until we have locked all the dice that we want, because these dice, the face of the value of the die, represents what you're able to do during the action phase. As we do this, you can't see it, but Sue's really prepared. She's standing up. She is not going to go last. She's determined. She's not going to be like Ashley, who goes last every turn. But once you've finished, you're going to shout done, and you're going to slap one of these and grab them. This is your initiative order. So this is 1. We have 1, 2, and 4, because we're playing a 3-player game. The 3 marker is not here. There are benefits to going first because you can clean more dirt for free. Second place also lets you clean dirt. If you're last, you just get dirt. You were lazy, so it gets dirty. You didn't clean up. So that's kind of what that means. If 2 people suck at the same time, it's whoever's hand is below gets it. Now, if the first 2 initiative markers are claimed and you're the last one, you get 3 more rolls, and then you take whatever you rolled after that. So you don't get to roll infinitely. There are 6 rounds in the game, which unfortunately you can't see very well because, ooh, there you go. It's like a Dick Tracy pen. I put my hand over it, and suddenly the numbers show for 1 whole second. So yeah, there are 6 rounds. We'll be keeping track. We'll tell you. Once you've rolled everything and locked it on the pig, we're going to move into the dirt phase. And nobody watching is going to be able to see it, but these dice, oh, you can see it a little bit. It looks like a black smudge right here, but there's these little circled dirt thingies. Shows up a little better there. And for each one of these, we will gain a dirt. That's going to go into our park area. And that can subtract money at the end of the game, so you don't want to keep that dirt. We will be accumulating dirt no matter what. But you take dirt token for each one of these. Then you look at for how many visitors you have in your park, and for each visitor you gain a dirt. And then you apply the bonus or penalty on your turn order token. And then that's your potentially starting dirt or what have you. And then we move into the actions phase. We're going to talk real quick about what the dice faces mean. This tent allows you to buy a circus tent or a stand, a concession stand, a toilet, security, advertising, security, info booth.
Buffs.
Yeah, they all do different things, and we'll talk about that real quick, what they do, since that's the first one I brought up. The security station lets you put the visitor that you just drew back in the bag and draw another one. So if you don't like your draw, you can do it again. The info point, for each information stand you have, you can place one visitor you just drew onto a free space in one of your rides, even if it's not the right color. And so you get money from them for 1 turn, and then they go back into the bag at the end of your turn, and so you don't get any dirt from them. That's kind of nice. Casino. For each casino you have, you can change the result of one of your die on your pig board. That's the only time you can change a die on your pig board. So if you have 2 casinos, you can have 2 blanks in here and just turn it to whatever you want. So it lets you roll faster, and also if you change your mind about what you wanted to do even after you rolled, you have the option to customize. The toilet, for each toilet you have, during your action phase, you count 1 clean, these little brooms, you count 1 as 2. The promotion stand, for each promotion stand you have, during your actions phase, you can count 1 of the little robot icons as 2. And I think that's everything. That's all the things, right? And here's what to do. So the tent lets you build 1 stand. For each tent you have, you can build a stand. For each little kind of symbol that looks like a robot dude, you will take a robot, put it in the bag of any color that you want, shake the bag up, and then you draw 1. So if I were to have 2 of these, I would put 2 robots of my choice, shake up the bag, and draw 2. For this right here, this thing that looks like a pile of coal with a shell sticking out of it, allows you to use a special action card. It's the only time you can use those. When you use a special action card at the end of your turn, you'll draw 2, pick 1, and discard the other, or put it back in the cards to be shuffled. And then, I don't think I showed this one, for each set of brooms, or it looks like brooms or shovels, for each of those you clean up 2 dirt for each one of these. And the last is this symbol. The symbol looks like a hammer and wrench. For each one of these, allows you to build a ride. Now, rides cost 1, 2, or 3 to build. You may not build 2 of the same in the same turn. So I can't take 2 of these and build 2 1-space rides. But they're, and then a blank is worth nothing. You can't do anything with that unless you have a card that gives you points or money for using it. Or the casino, in which case you can change it. But normally a blank doesn't mean anything. And you can't use a blank to throw away for land. So during the action rules, you can build rides. So you spend however many of these. You just take it off the pig. As we use our dice, we're just going to take them off the pig. It sounds weird. When you build a ride, I'm going to grab a couple of these. Let's say I had this ride out. This is a blue ride that's worth 3. And I spend one of these and I want to build a red ride that's worth 1. There's placement rules for your rides. Because these are different colors, I may not place this ride next to the other one. They're not the same. I can't place it here either, even though it's not quite, it's still considered connected. I can't place it diagonal either. It's too close. There's not enough space for people to walk between the rides. So there needs to be at least one space between them in any direction. If, however, this was a blue piece, if this was the blue one, I have to place it next to the existing color. Like must be placed adjacent to like. Can't do it quite like that, but I could do this, I could do this, I could do that. They must be touching each other adjacently if they are the same color. If they're not the same color, they may not be placed.
That sounds racist.
I know, right? But it's basically the wrong ride. This is like some weird steam tube, and then this is a really freaky roller coaster. They don't fit together. They don't work. So you have to have the concession stands, or the stands that you can buy, are basically the same thing. With a stand, if I could just have them for a second, just to, not that it matters too much, but they're smaller, so probably. So these are going to look like little X's on the board. We'll tell you what we have. Unless we can do this, but no, that's not going to work. So sorry guys, it's going to look like that. But if I place a stand, I may not place it adjacent to a ride. I may not place it diagonal to a ride. There must be at least one space between the ride. There must also be a space between this and a different type of stand. So this is the info booth, I think.
Yes.
Yep.
Promotion
booth, sorry. So if I have this promotion booth here, and I want to play a casino, we'll pretend this die is a casino because I want to make her have to hand me all of them. I cannot place a casino here. I must have a space between it, and I also must think about the ride as well as I'm playing my spaces. If, however, this was another promotion booth, I must place it adjacent to the other promotion booth in some way. You do it that way with these because they're booths. But just be aware of that. That's the placement rules for rides and the stands. So those are two actions you can do. You can build a stand or you can build a ride. The other thing you can do is you can buy more land, and the way you do that is you discard one. Did I even put the land out? No, I did not. Maybe we should do that. It'd be nice if we had more land to buy. I guess we'll put this above, like maybe above these.
Okay, put it right here.
Yeah, you can. Yep, put it in the bank where the money is. We'll take one just so they can show the placement rules for that. Maybe I'll take two. There you go.
They said no.
You don't want to come out of the bag, jeez. Okay. You can buy up to two lots of land in this way. So even if I throw away 4 dice, I can't buy 4.
Okay.
When you place them, they have to be flush, completely flush. So I can do this, but I can't do that. Mm-hmm. I also can't do that. I can, however, do this if I want to, so I can build it out in 2 different directions, as long as there's 2 sides facing 2 sides. I can even do that, because it's essentially still flush. It's weird, but it's flush. Mm-hmm. So that's the placement rules for the extra plots of land. And I think I already mentioned how we do the people. You just take however many of these you spend, you put them in the bag, shake it, and draw, and then special card, and then clean 2 dirt. That's it. That's actions in a nutshell. We're going to keep on going through 6 rounds, and then we're going to... I'm sorry. After we do the actions, we have the income phase. Almost forgot about that. So once all of the action is done, we're going to look at however many visitors we have on a ride, and you get 3 money, or 3 denarii, they call it. 3 denarii for each passenger. And then we check to see how many bonus cards we have, because if we don't have 3, we draw 2, pick one, and toss the other. Then we move the counter forward and we keep on going. At the end of the game, the end of the 6th round, we do go through the whole round on the 6th round. Once we've done that, we're going to calculate our total money, and then we're going to subtract a certain amount of money based on how much dirt we have, and that's what this chart shows us. So for example, if I had 11 to 13 dirt, I would be subtracting 21 money.
Just never have more than 30.
Yeah, try to keep your dirt low. Mm-hmm. It's hard though, because the more people you bring into your park, the dirtier that it becomes.
30's incident.
So if you guys are ready, we're going to count down from 3, and then we're going to roll. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Ah, damn it. At least fell off, but whatever.
We trust you. It was hard.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we have our cards, we calculate the dirt phase. So I've got 1, 2, 3, but I clean 2, so I take 1.
I have 4, I clean 4.
Nice. Thank you.
So I get 2 for this. 1, 2, 5.
Wow.
So you generate 7.
For now, I'm just going to keep my drawing up here so people can see what I have. And then Aaron grabbed his thing the first, so he gets to go first.
I will give myself a casino.
I thought so. This is the red looking one. You can keep it going.
Oh,
You get to, during your action, you do all your actions, and then
is there?
we get to do ours.
Then I think there's a rule that we forgot to go over that you cannot buy more than one of the same stand
Yes, you can't buy. Sorry, you can't buy more than one of the same exact stand
on the same turn.
on the same turn. You are right, though. That's why that rule is there, because
that,
you can
yes,
shut something
because I
out
could.
if you did.
Because technically, I could spend my entire turn, buy a casino, change a die,
Yeah.
buy a casino, change a die,
Yeah.
buy a casino, change a die.
Yep.
I have all the casinos.
So it's just like you can't do the same 2 of the same size ride. You can't buy the same stand. Although you can buy different sizes of the same color ride if you have enough stuff. Those cards stink.
So we will change this die with the casino to another stand thing. I'll buy a stand. I will buy an info point. I will build a blue ride, please.
How many?
Just one. The one
Okay.
person one.
There you go.
Thank you. Excuse me. I will then put a blue in and draw.
Here you go.
I will use my info point
points.
to force him into the ride.
You go here, ninja.
You will go in this ride and you will like it.
You go in the steam tube with the tall ladder and the hat. It's a weird ride. It's
I
not as
will-
weird as the trees with the apple rides on them.
I'll spend one of those to buy additional land. And I'll use the last one to do a card. Number of squares occupied by a ride or stand is 3, so I get 3.
Nice. And then that just goes. We'll eventually shuffle it after,
Yeah.
but just put it aside for now. Because once you get your other cards. Yep. I guess we can go through them all before we do the shuffle. Okay, so I will also buy a casino, please. Thank you. And
So now that everyone's doing it, I said I'm not going to be allowed to do what I did before, which was buy 3 casinos.
yeah, I'm gonna change this using my casino
Yep.
to another tent, and I'm gonna buy an info point as well.
Yep.
Thank you.
It is a very nice thing to do.
Well, either that or the promotion. The promotion one's pretty good too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do these to get a 2-ride thing. Just have to decide what color I want. Oh, hey, all the cards are sitting face up so you all can see. That's good. Glad everyone was looking.
Only the top one.
Yeah. Okay, so
And I didn't know, so I didn't look.
they're all terrible, so it's not that big a deal. But what color do I want? Let's see. We know black isn't in there, so maybe I don't want black this time. Maybe I want to do. Do I want to do the little princess palace?
Sure.
Why
good.
not? I'm gonna do the pink princess palace. Oh, you wanted the princess palace?
Here's a card for the Princess Palace.
Oh. And then I have 2 dudes, so I'm gonna try for the pink princess palace.
Is there only one of each,
In here?
like, ride? I mean,
Well, technically, if you wanted to stop her
Oh, I
from-
did this wrong, actually.
You got a
oh, I
3.
did. No, I got the right one. That
You got a
was
2.
It looked big for a second.
There's only one of each size type. So
there's
you
still
could
a
take the
3
3 and the 1.
it just
I might force.
Mm-hmm.
no, like all my cards.
Ah. All right, so I drew red.
Then
I think they
use
don't go
them
back
and
in the
then
bag.
go
When you
away.
pull it out, they go out.
No, they stay out.
That's what I was doing wrong. But I'm gonna force the green one to go on there because I can do that with my info.
Yep.
So the leprechaun is in the Pink Princess Palace. Oh, and then these go back when we're done.
It's
our
like I
turns.
use these to force just to get the card out of my hand so I can get a new one.
Space there. Okay, your turn. Yeah, my stuff.
Well,
I
I'm
forced to use
getting-
mine just to
I
get
could
rid of
have
it.
used one this turn, but I didn't want to lose the other stuff I had, so because I had two of every, it was perfect.
There was
so.
nothing else I could really do, and I wanted to get a card out of my
Yeah,
hand.
I think the most money I would have made anyway would have been 2 denarii. So, oh no, it would have been 3.
I'll change this to a person. I'm gonna use my other one of these, doing the same thing you guys are doing.
Info point. Yep,
It's a good one.
it is a good one.
I will build a singular pink, I guess.
You can.
Yes,
Here
you
you go.
can.
It's like a cute little one. See? Look how cute that is.
And then I will use my 2 people thing.
To put pink in.
Yes.
There's a lot
It's
of pink
gonna
in
just
here
all
now.
pink.
You're gonna draw the ones that
I
aren't
know.
pink.
You're gonna
Draw
draw
like
your blues.
A blue.
I don't need 2 people.
No,
you
you
draw
don't.
one at a time. And if
Damn
you get
it,
the wrong
Blue.
one,
Oh, there's
now you
one.
can draw again.
Yep.
That comes out.
Oh, it comes
She
out.
doesn't have to put it away yet. Well, she
Nope,
can
let
force
the rest
whatever.
go.
I'll take whatever dropped.
Yeah.
Pink.
No, there you go. You don't even have
I
to
was about
force
say,
it
there's
into your
probably
ride.
nothing but pink in there.
No, there's still
Oh,
one more
still
blue.
A little bit. Yeah. There's purple in there too, I think.
Yep, purple and a green.
Oh,
Oh no, there's not a green. You got the green. It's on your ride.
Yeah, there's a blue and a purple, I think.
Yep.
Just get
Can
rid
you?
of it.
Yeah, you can just
You
use
can?
it.
Why not? Because then you might get a better card.
I did.
I'll
That's so
wait.
cute.
Okay, so you can use it to build an extra piece of land.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
Perfect. Alright, first she has to put her thing there though,
Yeah.
so. Semi.
Overboard!
Money.
yep.
So I get 3. We each get 3.
Yep, we each get 3.
And then my guy goes.
I actually got money.
Yep.
I have so much dirt.
You do have.
You
Well,
still get money.
that's it in the
It's
game.
the end of the game.
End
you
of the
can
game.
clean that up at some
Yeah.
point. I get 3.
Right. I have the money. Forgot.
And then she gets 3 as well.
I get 3 as well.
Alright, let me go know when you guys are ready.
Yep. I'm just moving things out of my way.
3, 2, 1.
Done.
You're a jerk.
Oh, I can still take my time then. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
Oh my god, look at all the people I had.
3 more rolls. So,
I know.
I did
I
this.
just wanted to clean up.
I did this so that I can get the last casino.
I know that's what pisses me off. Okay, 3rd roll.
You should know by now, the second round, I'm going to immediately go with my first roll.
I should have done that. I figured you would maybe wait
No,
one.
no.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go with my first roll, but I'm like, it was a terrible roll, so.
So I generated 3 dirt, I clean up 4.
Yep. How much do you generate?
She generates 2, cleans up 2.
So she's fine.
Well, she
So-
generates 3, sorry.
Huh?
She's her robot.
Oh yeah, your robot stays. Yep. So,
So
you
your
get
robot
3. You
generated
only
1.
gain 1. I gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So you got what she got last time.
I need 7, please. 2 3s and a 1.
Hit with the dirt tornado.
For real, jeez.
Alright. Oh, right, I needed a new card.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Just take 2.
And I choose 1.
Yep. Choose one. The other one gets discarded.
I see. Oh no, this is the wrong color. It had a P in the start, so I thought it was pink, but it's not.
Purple.
Yeah. It's not the one that you keep getting. So I will buy the last casino.
Poop.
Feels so nice to have them. I will use both my casinos to turn these into wrenches and hammers. and use those to build the 2-space blue.
Mm-hmm.
You have the.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you gotta do
That
that.
sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, that's good.
I know. That's why I said it, but apparently I'm not allowed.
Jeez, I just totally spaz that out. I'm like, yeah, you do that, yeah. Good for you. Oh my god. Oh, we're on 2.
I suppose. I suppose I'll get the last info point as well.
Of course you
I will use this coal for this. Number of stands of the same type in my park. It's 2, so I get 6 monies.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This goes over here. And I will put a blue in there, and we'll see.
the heck?
Probably a moth on the screen of the window.
And the
She's
cats
going
are
for it.
Yeah.
Unless there's another cat that sometimes roams around up there too.
Come on, blue. No,
I knew it was good.
I'm forcing it on my ride. Done.
I'm gonna get promotion. I will build red, single red.
Okay.
It's all
Like
alone.
crazy roller coaster. Look at that thing. There you go.
Oops, it's falling apart.
Well, they are kind of weirdly put together. I probably should have glued them.
And
You can use your casino.
that is true.
Yeah, because you got a blank. You can turn that to.
Coal.
Oh, you know what you could have done? You
Toilet.
could have turned that.
That's
You
what I
can-
want to
your
clean up.
person, you can turn your blank to something, and your person you can use
Oh.
your person.
Yeah,
It might
yeah.
not look like you don't want to draw that many, but
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. That counts as 2?
Yep, 2 cleanups.
Alright, then I guess I'm going to be doing lots of grabbing.
So I'm assuming you're
Or
putting.
you want the other
What do you?
pink?
Oh,
you don't
what
need
you
the
doing? You want to put
She wants all
reds,
red.
suppose.
Reds.
Watch, you're gonna draw my blue.
Okay, now the promotion says you can count one.
Oh, so one of those dice will be an additional one. So
Yes.
you're doing another red.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's a lot of red.
Drawing
A lot of red, a lot of
3.
pink.
Yep, we're drawing 3. Regardless of if you get red on your first draw, you are drawing 3. I told you you'd get my blue. Told you. The other blue. I told you. All praise Cthulhu. Well, you have another pink. You can force it.
You know what? Just because. And I mean, I guess I have to anyway.
Oh yeah, you saw it. That's right.
Yeah,
you do
that
have.
one you can chuck and just
Oh
draw
yeah,
and see
technically,
what you
if you get the other red, yeah. There you go. So
Yeah.
you don't have to
that
force.
one, yeah. And that way you get to keep it.
Well, it depends on what you want, because this gives you another dirt permanently, but it is
It's
a
true,
permanent
but it's
income.
Permanent income too. So
It's true. It's true. But it's permanent dirt.
that's true. Step number 1. I would like 2 toilets, please.
Can't get 2 toilets.
Oh, 1 toilet, please.
Yep.
Thank you. That's right. I forgot about that. I need to do that next turn. And then okay, so then for that, I will waste that then for a plot. Just doing it a different order than I was going to do it. Which way do I want to go though? I want to go. Oh yeah, and you also can't place it this way unless you
Yeah.
have.
No, you just can't.
Well, I mean, if you have another one, you can build around it.
Yeah.
As long as it's, you always have to have 2.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can't be in the middle because you can never build
Oh, yeah,
around
because
it.
you can't always. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, you can never build around it at that point.
That's a good point you have there, sir. Alright, we're going to put you there, I think. Is that what I'm going to do?
I love my 2 casinos because now it's going to make you guys have to hurry that much faster.
I'm just moving my die onto my pig.
Alright, and then I want to do... Sorry, I'm just trying to
It's fine.
decide. Because I might actually do 2 plots.
Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. I think I will do 2 plots this turn because I'm allowed to. I just have to decide which way I want to go with it.
Would not hurt. Because as it stands, if you don't expand near the pink, you won't be able to buy the 3.
Yeah. Yep. And then I'm going to use my casino to turn this into a 2. I mean, turn it into a 2. I'm going to turn it into a dice face that doesn't exist. I'm going to buy 2 of something. I'm going to buy 2 of what has a lot.
Can you even fit it in there?
A 2?
Yes.
Yeah, I can put it right here.
Oh, yeah, okay. But that stops you from being able to put... No, it doesn't. Okay.
Nope.
Oh, yes, it does. You would
You're
not be able...
competing with
You
me,
would not be
aren't
able to
you?
place the number 3 down if you do that.
I can't put it down yet unless I buy another plot.
Oh, yeah,
This
if you put
turn,
it back
yeah,
this way.
I
Yeah.
didn't have enough to get it, so I can put it here.
Well, I
Just
just
put it
thought
right
I bought it. I thought you bought this extra plot to do that. For the
No, no, I didn't. Because I was thinking of basically making a 1 long one this way.
She's totally upstaging.
All the dice, all the people in there. And then I'm going to clean 4
You
dirt.
two just stay with your competition. Leave my blue alone.
There can only be one.
Alright.